Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well and having a good Easter. I am back with another beer review now, and it's one that I picked up from St Martin's service station. And it's from a brewery that I think I've only ever had one beer from before, and that is Azvex.brewing Co. or Azvex.brewing Company. They're out of Liverpool, and we have a can of their Robot Wolf Pale Ale. Lovely artwork. It was the artwork that attracted me to it. Don't know how well you can see that with this poor lighting. 5.2%, 440ml can, and this coming at £4. So if it is decent, I think £4 is a good price. Supermarkets, £3.50, £4 for a lot of their cans. So if this is that next level above that of £4, I'm not really going to argue. I'm not going to try and read anything on the back. Whether you can zoom in on that, pause it, do whatever, I don't know, but there you go. Right, I don't have an Azvex glass, so it's going in my good old standard white hag glass. Looks a little bit dirty, which is rare for me, but hey ho. So let's get it cracked open, see what we get. Picked up from St Martin's service station. Don't know if I did mention, I know I told you the price. They are very good. Local to Oswestry and Shropshire. It's just a Texaco garage basically, and their prices are fantastic. So hopefully this is going to be good. I've got a feeling this is gonna, there's going to be a bit more when I stir it up a bit. Maybe might go a little bit sort of murkier. There we go, all in there. It has hazed up a bit more. So beer in a glass, there we go. As you're seeing, I'm going to say that is exactly what I'm getting. Yes, you've got a bit more light on it, but it is a sort of like lemon, weak squash looking kind of beer. Just about a finger of mix and match bubble head. I'm not seeing any carbonation go up, but I'm sure there probably is some in there. So let's give it a swirl and see what we get on the nose. I've got to say, it does. I suppose it's not an IPA, it is a pale ale. They do tend to be that little bit lighter. Tropical, hoppy. A little bit sort of light on the nose, I'm going to say. Is it because I've had so many sort of beers over my time? It does smell a little bit ordinary, shall we say, but the aromas are there. Anyway, stop waffling on. Azvex.brewing Co. out of Liverpool. Robot Wolf Pale Ale, 5.2%. Cheers. Okay. It's going to be one of them where, personal taste maybe. Personal taste maybe. Let's go in again. Body wise, drinks light, but I do think the body is pretty decent on it. Medium sort of carbonation in there. Small bubbles, so it doesn't feel rough in the mouth. A little bit of a sprightly fizz on the palate, which gives it a little rough edge, but overall it's quite a smooth drinking experience. I will say it goes down very well and very easily. Now this is only I had a beer about 12 o'clock when me and the wife went out. I had another one about 1:30, 2, and that was it until now. It's gone 9:30 at night. So it could be that I'm feeling thirsty, but it is very sort of thirst quenching and it does drink very well. Pardon me. It's quite basic on flavours. or very easy to describe. Very much sort of tropical. That's the basic sort of thing. Tropical pineapple sort of thing going on. I think behind that tropical sort of note, you get a little bit of a dankness there, followed by a gentle sort of bitness on the back end, which is still sort of there now. And sort of as the bitterness sort of fades a little bit, the dankness comes back in. Yeah, quite simple, like I said, hoppy, tropical, dank, a little bit bitter, and then the sort of dankness comes back in right on the back end. 5.2%, do you get that? Not at all. I mean, you wouldn't expect to pick 5.2% up necessarily in any sort of beer. You could say that's a 5% beer, I guess, just from the sort of, you just know it's that little bit bigger than sort of like a 4.5% beer, 4% beer. You just know it's that little bit bigger. No real sort of the body is probably about the biggest thing that you could say makes it feel like 5.2%. There's plenty of flavour there. But for me, as nice as it is and as easy going as it is, drinkability wise, it is a little bit, feels a little bit run of the mill for me. Whether that's just because it's a pale ale or something. It's nice. A beer you don't have to think about. It goes down well. It does drink very nice. It's got to be said. The flavours are nice enough. It's one of them, I think, that doesn't really set your world alight. It's not going to show you anything different that you maybe haven't had before, but it's a pleasant number to drink. £4, is it overpriced? I would say it's a fair price for what you're getting. I think, you know, you got that ABV of 5.2%. It's a 440ml can. Yeah. Oh, there's possibly stuff in the supermarket that matches it, or is maybe a little bit better. But I think it's a fair price, and you know, I've got this from a service station, so they're gonna make their little bit on it. But yeah, I mean, what I'm gonna say is not a voucher, but a pleasant drinking experience, and at £4, I think it's well worth the money. So yeah, Azvex.brewing Co. and their Robot Wolf, a pale ale, coming in at 5.2%. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Don't expect to be wowed or sit there going, oh my god, this is the greatest beer ever. But it will certainly do the job, and it's certainly got plenty of pleasant features about it, but just isn't going to blow your mind. So there you go. There's my thoughts on that beer. Hope you've enjoyed the review. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to. Also, there is a group, All the Beer No Idea, on Facebook. It's a group, not a page, where lots of people can post on it. So even though I had a Facebook page before, it isn't that one. Don't go to the page, add the group. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. So feel free to follow me on there, and maybe it links to videos depending on which social media you do. That's it. I'm going to end it there because I'm waffling on too long now. Enjoy the rest of your Easter, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.